This video begins our discussion on the structured query language, also known as SQL. We are going to look at the data definition language in particular. So what is SQL? SQL is a language that is used to interact with databases. We are going to use SQL to be able to create objects in our database, such as tables, views, triggers, procedures, functions, etc. We can also add data to a table using insert statements. We can modify the data in tables using update statements. We can delete data from the tables using delete statements. And finally, we can query data in our databases to interact with and show us the results. The SQL environment looks like this. We have users that are going to interact with programs. This could give them indirect or direct interaction with the database, where they can write SQL queries by either point and click on the user interface or by actually typing the SQL queries. These are going to be sent to the DBMS. The database management system is going to send the queries to the development environment, where we can interact with the data in the development environment. Additionally, there is stored the required information schema so that we know what databases exist, as well as the users that exist and have ability to interact with the data in the development environment. So companies primarily have a development environment to protect their actual production environment from issues that are run with SQL environments and testing that occurs. So after development has been sufficiently tested, we are going to then pass it to production, which is basically going to mirror the development environment, except for have a whole lot more data in the database. There are 4 predominant languages as part of the SQL language. The first one is the data definition language, where we can create objects in the database. We can change objects using alter. We can drop objects, which removes them from the database. We can truncate objects, which removes all the data from a table and also resets the auto increment. We can add comments. We can rename an object. And this will be the primary focus of the next few videos. There's the data manipulation language, which focuses on querying. There's the data control language, which focuses on privileges and what users have access to in a database. And then there's the transaction control language, which focuses on what changes are actually committed to the database or made permanent in the database.